start the recording now. All right.
Okay, so let's see. Sorry.
Oh, lucid chart. Nice.
Right. So this is the chart. Lolis, can you please explain
Yeah.
what's
Uh,
happening?
Nice. Free chart is the way to go. Okay.
Okay, can Lolis
okay.
explain this chart?
So basically, we have five entity here: the partner, which is the property owner, the system, market builder, revenue manager, and content. So uh, our first note here is we prepare the system after the property owner is ready to, interested to be part of our partner. We assume that they already know the commission and then the system of the Bukit Vista. So we just have to record their property and then make the projection, which is the projection for the what is that? The prediction, not the prediction, the targeted revenue that we would expect to have in the future.
Got it.
And the first one is in the property owner side because we want to make it scalable. So we cannot assist them. One by one to put any like property details and something else. And then the system will be start by asking, do you have an account or not? And then if it is yes, then log in. And then if not, we'll sign up. We'll make the account and then complete the property details such as the in the class diagram we have the detail of it, but I don't think we have to explain it. But the login needs the full name and then date of birth, email, and something like the normal sign up, password, and etc. And then after that, they should log in to complete the property details like the how many bedrooms and then the address, the area or the location, the property type, services, and other details. And after that, complete, continue to the amenities, which is basic amenities and advanced amenities. Belongs for example like pool and then what other else pool, the view, what we have, the beachfront or jungle view or other else. And after that, it's the process is parallel. The system, we assume that we already have the system of automatic revenue projection. um, it will directly calculate it how much revenue they can gain in 1 year. 12 months revenue projection. And then after that, um, we this is the parallel process. We will evaluate whether the score of the property that uh, is input by the property owner fulfill our standard or not. For example, like the score itself is the score of the amenities, how many amenities they have, and we decide that if the score is below 30, so it will not pass, and we will check again with the partner if it is possible to add some amenities or uh, they just want to leave it like the current situation so that they cannot be our partner. So, and then continue if it is yes, then they have to agree or not with the revenue projection. If it is no, then they can request discussion with the revenue manager. Uh, Perhaps we can give explanation regarding how is the revenue predicted, and then other else is yeah, it's outside the
Yeah,
system.
Lolis, can we try to just explain on what's the difference between the current design and the
Oh,
previous
okay.
design?
So
Like I think
the
it's on the Trello card, if I'm not mistaken.
is that-
Okay, I'll share the Trello link again because so that we can get going.
Okay, that
Okay.
was pretty cool, Lewis. Thank you for walking me through that. Who built
Yeah,
that flow chart, by the way?
PD revise it, sir.
Okay.
I made it so that it's
Yeah.
like yeah. something like that. So, but
Right.
okay, so we can try to access Lilith's card again in our MU0, and I think in the comments it's already noted all the differences between and all the updates. Can we
Nice.
start from? I think the update starts from yesterday at 9:05, Lilith, from the comment that you put on the notes of simulation, or the result of discussion with Wayana.
Okay. From the notes, actually, the biggest difference here is uh the part where previously worked by MB, the market builder, and then we transferred into owner, like the amenities completion and the workflow. Basically, first the amenities after the revenue projection. We have to complete the amenities after the revenue projection, but now we put it in the first because it is our our materials to determine the revenue projection. And then the part is the revenue will be the revenue projection will be automatically created. That's why we don't have to wait for the revenue manager to have the projection, because as our analysis, it will delay the process because the revenue projection before takes 3 until 5 days, if I'm not mistaken. And then there is no what is that? There is no yeah, the process can be done in one sitting. Yeah, I like VD say in one sitting. What is that called? I mean, just in one time.
Right.
Uh, it can go directly if it is smooth. I mean, there is no agreement with the revenue projection, and then we can go to the contract. So after that, if the contract is okay, and then we can continue to scheduling the photo shoot, and then continue to make the listing. So it's basically there is no a delay on the process. Ideally,
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, that's the
So
answer.
yeah, if I may add, so what we
Yes,
decided
yes,
was
sure.
based on the discussion of on our discussion from Mawayana yesterday, and we brought this up to Kabayu today. So yesterday, I think the main friction in this case was that there is a difference between the perception of market building between the on-site market builder and also the system market builder. So the problem that we received yesterday and what the solution that we designed is incompatible to the problem that was faced by the system market builder. Right, Lilis?
System market builder. You mean from the from Asbayu, right?
Yeah, yeah. So what Kabayu understand regarding the market building is not the
Yeah,
same as Mawayana's market building. That's why when we designed to solve
yeah.
the site MB's problem, when we brought it up to the system, the IT market building, it just doesn't make sense to give a solution to a problem that is different. But what we did yesterday was try to make it in one sitting because we saw that there are a lot of bottlenecks in waiting for the stuff in Bukit Vista and then back to the owners waiting, and then because they don't do it in one sitting, there is more time for them to kind of like or wait it out.
Understood.
So yeah, that's why things are more parallel. This time, usually we have a timelined sequential procedure that you cannot go through the procedure before completing the previous one, but this time is more parallel. But then the resolution from Kabayu's result was, Lilis?
The resolution from Kak Waves result. Yeah, we have to simulate.
Yeah, we'll create a simulation and experimentally decide whether the first system against the second system, which one will take more complexity and time. And we will list down the pros and cons basically.
Okay. Why don't you think of who the least competent owner is and ask them to go through that?
Yeah, how about you suggest Mujimba? Like,
Jumba.
Mujimba?
Yeah, yeah, that's a pretty good one. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
but you have to create the simulation first.
okay. Shannon is a Westerner, right? She's an Australian lady that's pretty old. And okay, all right, that sounds pretty interesting, actually. So, okay, let me think.
And also there is Mak Lulik want to onboard another second bedroom.
Okay, so
Mm,
you have a potential Indonesian also sample set
Yeah,
and
we can.
a Western sample set. Okay, all right. Let's see how
We
that
can
goes.
do MVP with that.
Yeah.
More,
Mok Lule is the owner of Pondok Lule ya, Mok?
Yes.
one of the biggest producers in Canggu.
Yeah, right. And also one of the friction, the problem was that we found out that the video tutorial in YouTube is actually like they speed it up a lot.
Oh, really? I
Yeah,
thought
have
it
you
was
seen the
longer.
videos?
Yeah,
It's
only 4
they speed it
minutes.
up the process.
The video tutorial, the one that Tendy's using to teach people how to use Bigger.
No, MVP.
Oh, they.
No.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Interesting.
So, okay,
Actually,
any more thing to add for this card, Lilis, or maybe more Wayan?
Maybe Mok.
I think we need to use MVP, and then I think the MVP will work if they give like two link which one is faster for them.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Mm,
just tell them that I'm doing MVP. Which one easier for you to sign up, right?
but maybe we haven't designed the
So
automatic
hard.
revenue projection video.
We can use
Uh,
the like formula to kind of like simulate like
Yeah.
I will have a break I'll have a pairing with the list. I'll set the dates on the Google Calendar. But okay, thank you, Liz, for the update. Then we will go to our MW1.
W1. Oh, so this one, actually, sir, I already say looking forward for the what is that? Yeah. I haven't read with this update actually, but the Kegel is very expensive if we
saw that.
want to host in the Kegel website. But
Yeah, it's a little bit outside.
yeah, but what is it? But if we want to organize it by ourselves, I think it's possible.
Okay, then
Make
let's organize it by ourselves. So what's your idea?
maybe the one thing that we should decide now is what is our problem that we need to solve by machine learning.
We need to we need to come up with a forecasting model that's automatic. Right?
The testing model that is not automatic.
We need
Okay.
something that can take a bunch of data and then create accurate forecasts of the future.
Yeah, but I think the main problem here is not the forecasting itself, sir, but the data. Yeah, the preparation of data.
Okay.
But yeah, it's possible. But then also to add up to Lila's comment, so yeah, one option is to provide the price pool to a university level competition. I've attached the link, an image to an
Oh, yeah.
example of the price pool. That's one of the example of the data mining competition.
Mhm.
So I think it's 7.5 million.
Okay.
Is it? Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
What's that?
Do you mean the total?
Yeah. Is it
It will be how many is it?
7.5?
Half.
7.5 million. So that's an example of a like university level competition for data mining. But yeah, we'll have another breakout. We have a pairing with about that again, Lilis.
Okay.
But my questions are here.
Yeah.
I mean, do you interest to host
Yes.
a competition like this?
Yes, I think we can do it. There's a lot of things that we can actually do. Lilith, I just had an inspiration yesterday. So we're doing all these we're doing all these professional outreach things, right? Why don't we connect a person at Airbnb to a school community, right? Like we do a professional networking, but instead of just saying we're doing it for ourselves, we could say we're doing it for, a group of students, right? So you connect basically one side to the other side, and now you've created a bridge. And now you have a bigger knocker on one hand. You're not just doing it for your personal learning; you're doing it for, let's say, a school department. And then on the other hand, you have, this learning can be shared to more people then, right, as well. So yes, this concept I'm very interested in, and I've had some other ideas too as well that we can kind of explore too. But I think for this specific competition, let's find a problem that we want to have solved, and define that problem more clearly, and then this would have an additional benefit too as well. Otherwise we're just. So I think the next step is yes, we can do it. Yes, I can pay for this prize, and then the next thing is I think about how to actually make it into a focus on a subject that we care about. But would also ideally we could catch two birds with one stone. We'll get our problem solved and we'll find really good talent at the same time. Um, if not that, I think the priority should be on talent search rather than actually solving the problem, right? If we have to compromise one or the other, let's compromise the problem and find the talent. Okay?
Mm.
Right. Actually, before COVID, we're actually invited to speak in seminars. Right?
Yes, yes,
Yeah, in
yes,
university seminars.
yes,
Actually, we can do that and look for like university web seminar that we can fill in, right?
yes.
We
Great
can
idea.
still focus and
Sure.
build brand awareness.
Can we
Yeah.
can we find? I've been invited already to speak at one. This is a vacation rental thing that Tebow, this guy who worked at Booking.com, that's already coming through my LinkedIn feed. But if we can get more of these, then
Right.
yeah, totally. Let's use this opportunity to brand. Um, it's funny. This is coming from revenue management, not brand. But
Yeah,
Oh,
actually,
yeah.
I know the the head of committee for the current national seminar for University Gajah Mada. So
let's,
I'll
let's do
reach
it.
out to him.
Let's do it, and you can talk. I mean, I think there was another one too. There was another one that I asked Bayu to talk, and then he didn't want to talk, and then I said I'll talk, but maybe you should talk. Yeah, so yeah, you can talk about what you've learned so far, and that would be inspirational, hopefully, to some people. Okay, great. So there's more university outreach programs, and
Right. Okay. Thank you, Dennis, for the update. And what about the long-term booking contract?
Mm, about the long-term booking contract, actually, I have a new deal in Ubud for Rumah Taman Kutu. Uh, but they want to pay cash, and I already talked in Mokwayan. We plan to receive the cash through the on-site staff. Her name is Erna. What do you think, sir? I mean, do you have any comments on that?
how much do you trust Emma?
$20, Emma.
Okay.
And then basically just need to tell the owner, hey, owner, this is the case, and then there is upside and downside for
Each.
for each of taking offline gas. But there is a gas now, but there is upside and downside. But at the moment, nobody can move anywhere. If the staff that let you know that, and so basically put everyone in the loop, and then by Monday, the staff send us the money. Maybe they keep like 100,000, for the effort. So yeah,
Okay, yeah,
I think.
go ahead. Wyana will take point on that one.
Okay.
I'll trust what she thinks. She's probably more experienced at this than I am.
But what about the deposit? She wants to give us in dollars, $100 as
Right.
the
So I
receivable.
asked her not to keep it like, and by the end of
Okay.
the stay, hey Erna, can you check the villa if everything no broken, and then give the money back.
Perfect. Huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
And
Okay.
also
Thank
for
you.
the Villa Arum, one more. The guests want to pay by PayPal because of our problem that they cannot send, and then she want to pay on Monday by cash
Here,
for.
that's. I'll give you another email, Lilith.
Oh,
Right?
we
I'll
have
give you
another
another
email.
email for my PayPal, and they can try the other one too. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, I think so, sir. If you want, if you have
yeah.
the other.
I haven't tried that very many, but it's just my name, Jing Cho Yang at gmail.com. Yeah. So
Okay, so
Already.
this is your
yeah,
PayPal.
it's in the PayPal.
What is the name of your PayPal, sir?
Oh yeah, good question. Yeah.
Yeah, because the guest asked why the name is don't show up when I try the call grad Jing.
It's in this year.
The name didn't show up. I don't know whether you have name on your PayPal.
No, there's a few ways that you can work PayPal. One is a email address. The other is there's just a website, and
Mm.
I can give her my website, and that might be the easiest thing to do actually. So that could be it. Yeah.
You can see the setting.
Yeah. Oh,
I will try by the other email, yes, sir.
okay. I'll give you my website too. I have a website on PayPal.
Ah,
Yeah. Let me just do it. Okay. All right. Back to video. Okay.
Okay, thank you for the update. Then maybe list for potential partner discovery.
Oh, so this one actually, I'm helping Wayana to find potential